What's up, guys? Here I am at Washington Reagan. They are all set up for the holidays, but before I get into this video, I want to tell you about something. So there is this new thing here that you're going to encounter during security. So don't be nervous, it's fine. It's just part of the new biometric stuff that you can do as part of Clear and things like that. But what was interesting is they're having everybody do it. So you can opt out, so feel free to say I'm not interested or I choose to opt out. Don't feel like you have to do it because it does scan your irises and it does a facial recognition, which I'm not comfortable doing that yet. I understand part of that is with Clear and stuff, so it's part of speeding up security line, but you can opt out of it. So I just wanted to touch on that so it doesn't freak you out when you're in line. All right, here you go. When I say Washington Reagan is right next to Washington, D.C., literally it's right next to D.C., like right over the Potomac is Washington, D.C. So it's pretty cool. You can see all this stuff from the airport, but I wanted to just let you know just how close to D.C. this airport is. As you're driving up this strip, it can get a little confusing, so you're going to go ahead and head this way. Most airlines are going to be going out of Terminal 2, but Southwest and Frontier go out of Terminal 1, so just make sure you know which terminal to go to, but don't worry because they're all connected anyway. So don't get nervous if you end up getting dropped off at the wrong terminal. But as you saw as you're driving, it does tell you which airlines go to which terminal. So if you go down there on the left-hand side, that is where you're going to get picked up from the airport. But it gets a little confusing down there because it goes to parking and all these other weird places, and it's not very well marked, honestly. So Terminal 2, it might be easier for you to get picked up where you get dropped off. I talk more about that in my arrivals video, but for now, let's just talk departures because this is a whole video in itself. Now, as you get dropped off, you're going to get dropped off on level 3. This is the ticketing level. So if you have a mobile boarding pass, you don't need to go through ticketing unless you're dropping your bag. But this is the level that you're going to do it. And Washington Reagan is 3 levels. So this is the top level. The second level is where you're going to go in after you go through security. So you can see it over here over the ledge. I'll give you a little peek. And then baggage claim is going to be located on level 1. And it's really cute at this airport because they had a little choir for the holidays. The escalator to go down into security was right next to where they were located. So going into security, I can't film too much, but I'll give you a general idea. So this is a general overlook. You know, they have TSA pre-check and then they have Clear, but we're going to keep walking down until we hit the standard passenger area. And over here, honestly, it gets intimidating. They have all these signs up about biometric scanning. So this is what it looks like, but know that you are allowed to opt out of it. You do not have to do this. I want to emphasize at this time, you do not have to do this. So this is mainly for Clear passengers and stuff like that to facilitate going through security faster and things like that. So clearly they open up this line also to Clear passengers on busy days. But once you get to the podium here, there's a little slot that you put in your identification. So like your driver's license, or you scan your passport. And the TSA officer is going to tell you to stand in front of the photo camera. You do not have to do this. Again, you don't have to stand anywhere near the camera. You just say, I would like to opt out, or I'm not interested in doing that at this time. And don't worry, the TSA agent really is not going to care. He's just going to ask for your ID. So he's going to double check your ID like manually instead of through the Clear program. And that is all that happens. And then you just continue through security. But know that you are allowed to opt out. You do not have to do this because this program does scan your irises and it does a facial recognition. So at this time, I don't feel comfortable doing it, but I'm sure it's going to freak you out. So I just wanted to warn you that you do not have to do this. This is the first time I saw this, but I did read all the signs. So as soon as it said opt out, I was like, oh, I am opting out. Even when you go up to the camera, it says you can opt out. So opt out means you do not have to do this. All right, now that the confusing stuff is out of the way, let me show you what the airport itself looks like. So this is how it's going to look as you come out of security. You're going to walk right through here and you end up on level 2. And this airport is decorated for the holidays and it has Washington, D.C. written all over it. There are flags everywhere. It's a lot of natural lighting. They even have a kid play zone right when you get out of security if the kids are like tired of standing in line. There's holiday decorations, and then here's an idea of what the airport itself looks like. We started on level 3 with the ticketing. Now we are on level 2, and then baggage claim is below us. So of course we have to check and see where our gate is, and then it is off to explore. So security kicked us out around in between gates B and C. So they had this really cute holiday reindeer set up. So that was really nice to walk into. As you're walking, almost everywhere that you look is going to have a flag somewhere in the vicinity. I took so many pictures with this flag. It is the biggest flag I've ever seen, so I thought that was really cool. The views are so pretty at this airport. The sky is just so blue today. I got really lucky. But as you're walking, just the natural lighting makes you kind of feel like you're almost outside. And then with all the added Christmas decorations, it's just really like a festive vibe at the airport right now. And these ceilings are amazing. And there's art everywhere. There's these huge circles on the floor that cover almost this whole strip of the airport that's on the main walkway. And throughout the airport, there's a number of places to sit. So it's really easy to find a seat in this airport. You can see on the left-hand side, there's like seats facing out into the airport and then facing out into the area where the planes are, so you can watch the planes. And then there's plenty of shopping at this airport. As you can see, they have an America store, which is filled with everything America you can think of. I found myself keep stopping because I'm telling you, this view was just so pretty. The sky was so beautiful this day. So I'll start on this side of the airport and make my way back because I need to go back to gate E. So over here is gate B, and if you walk through this walkway here, there's a few other B gates over here, but this walkway is going to take you to Terminal 1. So in case you got dropped off at the wrong terminal, no fear, this is a walkway that goes all the way around. So if you need to get over to gate A, you can. There are some larger versions of Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, but if you go into each of the gates, a lot of them have a little pop-up like this one, like a little Dunkin' Donuts store. There's one farther in over here. There's also a Starbucks down there too. There wasn't much to see over in gate B, so let's head over to gate C. Over here, they have a little seating area with tables here on the left. There's also a lot of plugs and everything over in this area too. So gate C is definitely a good spot to lock down and spend some time, charge your phone. And here's another one of those pop-up coffee spots. There wasn't much to see over in gate C either, so let's keep it moving. You'll see later when I get to E, I'll show you a better example of what the chilling area around the gates look like, but they all look exactly the same almost. Gate D was definitely my favorite gate, so check this out. They've got a little grab and go market over here on the left-hand side, but all the good stuff is down at the end of this gate. They've got this cute little coffee stop over here. They have Five Guys down here. They've got these 4 little places that are kind of pop-up bar looking things, but one is like an Asian food. The other one is more like a craft beer bar. Then there's a Dunkin' Donuts over here. And there's also plenty of places to hang out in this area too. So it's a good spot to go on in and check it out. As we continue down towards Gate E, this is where the Chick-fil-A is in between D and E, and they've got all sorts of holiday decorations down here on this side of the terminal too. Washington Reagan also has its own magazine, so I thought that was pretty fun. It's called Fly Washington, and it's free. They have them all over the airport. And now here we are in Gate E. They've got a P.F. Chang's over here. They've got Pete's Coffee. They have a few other places down the road, but I liked hanging out in this area because it was so wide and open and there was a lot of natural lighting. So this setup in Gate E will give you an idea of what most of the other gates look like. They have these little table chair things with plugs in it so you can charge your phone. There's desks. There's just like lounge chairs. And when I tell you this is the closest airport to DC, look how close it is. It's literally right over the Potomac. And that's going to be it for this video. Make sure you enjoy those views and look out the window on your way out of Washington, D.C. But if you're going to be arriving in Washington, D.C., make sure you check out this video here, and I'll see you there.